Hello and welcome back to the Spider's Web. And as I said in the last video, we have Archibald the Human Cannonball, Curl the Strongman, and Cassidy the Trick Shooter to paint now. Oh, excuse me. So I think we're going to start off with Archibald the Human Cannonball. So if we put those two to one side, and let's have a look at his card. Well, it looks as though it's yellow, reds, same as usual, not much difference. So let's get cracking, shall we? So for reds we want Scab Red, and I am going to have to start thinking about getting a fresh palette for this, but it might do for a while yet. And I want to try and avoid painting that star. If Laddie would stop wriggling, as he usually starts doing when I'm doing something, just about to do something fiddly. He's always lying at the back of me when I'm doing these paintings, these painting videos, and as soon as I start doing something remotely fiddly, he decides then, oh, I want to wriggle, I'm not very comfortable. So there's his shirty type of thing. Let's go with the new paint I bought. Where the hell is that? There we are. Scrag Brown. And we'll use that for his boots. So this is the new equivalent for Vermin Brown. And I was asked on a video, I was asked in the comments on one of my videos where I got my paints from. Well, they're all from Games Workshop, just in case you want to know. We're with everything, all the sundries and stuff, brushes and whatever from Games Workshop are all Citadel. So if you see the Citadel name, then you'll know it's Games Workshop. Obviously you don't have to use Games Workshop stuff just because I'm doing. I think I've said before, and I'll say again and again and again, I use these because it's just convenient for me, because they're in the high street, and I can just nip in if I need some paints and get some. They may not be the cheapest, they may not be the best quality paints, but they do the job. That's all I'm interested in. As long as they do the job, they're what I'm used to, I just get on with it. So that's the way it is, really. You know, there's nothing really special as to why I use Games Workshop stuff. It's what I'm used to, so it's what I use. Okay, we're now going to use Ungor Flesh. And that is going to be for his, obviously, flesh. His face. There's not much detail in the face of this fella, or the face of the Carl the Strongman. As compared to the others. So we're just going to have to make do with what we can. And I think he's wearing shorts. It looks like it anyway, so I'm going to paint these as being his knees, bare skin. Okay, so Flash Gets Yellow is on the go, and for this we're doing with this we're doing the cape. It's the first time I've used this one properly, apart from mixing it with other things or just doing flame. And it seems to cover quite well, which is more than could be said for the last incarnation of yellow paint that I got from GW. You had to really work hard at getting it looking somewhat rather yellow, whereas this, you bang it on and it's yellow. Okay, now the lining of his cape I'm going to do green, but not a really dull green. I'm going to do it a very bright green, but it's going to be green nevertheless. I'm quite impressed with that yellow. And I'm going to do the star as yellow as well. There we go. Next though we're going to be using what colour? I think I've missed a bit of his, was it Ungor flesh I used for this? I think it was. If it wasn't, I'll have to go over everywhere again. I've missed his elbows. Because I've just noticed, well, I didn't miss his elbows, I've only just noticed that it looks as though his elbows are, looks as though he's wearing a short sleeved top, and his elbows are bare leading up to his gloves, which are going to be again either dark flesh or Rhinox hide. Not entirely certain yet, but his helmet is going to be black. I know I've changed my mind yet again. I think I'm going to actually do his, once I can find the right colours, I think I'm going to do his, what you call it, this bit is like a like a short sleeved jumpsuit type of thing. I'm going to do it white. So what I'm going to do first is some administratum grey. I'm going to mix in a bit of the old white that I've got, because it's badly discoloured. I'm going to do that. A touch of water, smooth the tone down a touch, and then we'll go over on this part. And yes, I know I'm painting over this to make it white, even though I've got white on it, but the reason behind it is you need something darker at the base so you can highlight it, because if you go with the highlight colour first, or the bright colour first, where do you go from there? You can't highlight it any further. So if you use a darker colour and highlight that to give it the colour you want it to be, you're done. Alright, and let's get his sleeves done. And his little shorts. They all look as though that looks as though it's like a one-piece thing that he's wearing. So there you go. That's done. I mean, I think I may have a bit too much white on there. You may not be able to tell properly once it's been done, but we'll soon find out. Okay, next I've decided as well that Rhinox hide is going to be his helmet and his gloves. I'm not going to do black on him at all if I can help it. So got Rhinox hide for his helmet. There is one little bit of black I will have to do, I think, and that's his goggles, which I've just currently gone over in the Rhinox side. Never mind. Okay, so there we have him so far. I'll go over the yellow again because there's a few bits I've just seen I've missed, or I've gone over with the accidentally gone over with the grey. So there's there that needs doing. And I've got to do the lining of the cape as well, so I may as well get all that done at the same time. In fact, I've changed my mind. I'm not going to do the lining green, I'm going to do the lining red, but blood red, so it's going to be much paler than his little top there. you know, the bit behind the star. And yes, no doubt you will look at this character sheet and say, yeah, well, the lining's yellow and the cape is red, but again, you're not taking into account one very important thing with me. That this is my character. It is not I'm not being told exactly how to paint it by just an image on a piece of card. It's not I mean, you don't get a good picture of him anyway, do you? It's quite dark, it's in shadow quite a lot of it, so it's not brilliant. So I'm going to do this the way I want to do it, rather than the way it's actually shown. I was going to do, oh yes, I need to go over the yellow properly now because I accidentally went over with the red. So I'll just give this one more coat, and then when this is dried, it'll be on with the Agrex Earth shade to pick out all the shadow detail, and then we can start highlighting. So it's just a case of waiting to find out, or waiting for this yellow now to dry. It shouldn't take longer, as I say, it's usually warm in here, it doesn't usually take long to do anything like this. It's just a little bit tacky at the moment. Shouldn't take long. I've just noticed as well while I was looking at it that the back of his neck needs to be touched up just a little bit. There we are. So it shows you on the picture of him with a moustache, but I can't see anything there to show that he's got a tash. So my model, he's clean shaven. Brushes. I'll start at his feet and work my way up with the Agrex Earth shade. When I can find it, there it is. So starting at his feet, working my way up. As you can see there's not much line of detail on his face that is being brought out by the wash. So it looks like I'm going to have to try and paint a face on him rather than go with the oh, what's the word I'm looking for? To go with the actual moulding of his face. Okay, so that's him mainly done. So all it takes to do now is wait for that to dry and then come back and highlight. So I shall see you later.